Statue of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein holding hands is causing outrage in Washington, D.C. It appeared near the White House with a plaque celebrating their friendship. An anonymous artist group called the Secret Handshake claims responsibility. Activists say it was timed for September's Friendship Month.
It's a good reminder that we're not going to be distracted and that this administration needs to release these files.
I mean, it's a message. You got to release the files or release what you know.
I think it's kind of important to keep on highlighting the connection, but I wish they did a better job on the faces.
President Trump blasted it as a waste of money, reminding reporters he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago years ago. The White House accused Democrats and the media of ignoring Epstein's crimes.
Fox 11 Weather is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino.
Adam Kruger back with you now. Live view out of Mount Wilson. Notice we've got that cloud cover overhead. We don't have rain, though, at least most of us not seeing rain. But these clouds are here as a system passes by west of us across the ocean, and that's where most of the rain is. And then our far western areas like Santa Barbara County, Ventura County, seeing some of that rain today. That's where it likely stays tonight. Also, a cooling trend on the way. So let's break it down by headlines first before we get to the map. So we've got that rain passing west tonight. Cooler temperatures on the way, especially by the end of the week. It'll feel more like fall. And then we've got some weekend rain, potentially mostly confined to the mountains, maybe a little bit in the deserts. But I think most of the population in Southern California probably won't get rain this weekend. Before we get to the rain I've been talking about, let me just start with our temperature trend. The highs for L.A. and Inland Orange County tomorrow, mid-80s, but look at 80 on Thursday, upper 70s Friday and Saturday. We'll revisit the 7-day forecast in a moment, but I just wanted to show you right off the bat how we will be cooling down into the end of the week. All right, again, we've got all this rain way off towards the west, even some thunderstorms, which is mostly out over the ocean. And then there's some rain scraping across Santa Barbara County there, a little bit in Ventura County today, all stemming from this low spinning right here. Here's where it's going away from us, heading north, kind of parallel to the coast. So that's going to take the rain gradually away with it, but still some more of that scattered stuff overnight tonight, gone by sunrise tomorrow in our far western areas. There's that low heading off towards the north and then kind of looping to the east on Thursday. And this thing is actually going to swirl back around and come over us this weekend, which is why we have that weekend rain chance and also why our temperatures will be cooling this weekend. So this low kind of on vacation around California for a while, not moving a whole lot, just swirling around here. Here it is on Saturday. You can see it's right over Southern California. Here's a snapshot of what one computer model shows for rain on Saturday. This is kind of painting with a broad brush, so it can look like actually more rain than we're actually going to see. But mostly, I think it's going to be over the mountains. You see some of those darker green spots indicating the better chances for rain and the heavier rain. I think that's mostly confined to the mountains. And again, a few pockets of the deserts may get a little bit. Maybe we get something popping up in some of the valleys or IE, but it's mostly, like I said, going to be for the mountains this weekend. All right, 7-day forecast now for L.A. and Inland Orange County. We talked about these temperatures earlier, cooling down, mid-80s tomorrow, 80 Thursday, upper 70s Friday, Saturday, around 80 degrees on Sunday. We're going to see more of the marine layer clouds during the morning hours, though, this weekend. So not like it's an all clear kind of weekend, but we'll get that sunshine in the afternoons. For the coast, highs in the 70s, but getting cooler Thursday, Friday, around 73, 74 Saturday, and 75 degrees on Sunday. Then for the valleys in the Inland Empire, we continue with the heat, 90s tomorrow, but then backing down to 80s on Thursday. 80s continue into the weekend. I'll put that 10% rain chance there for Saturday. Maybe we get something in the valleys or the Inland Empire, but you'll see the better rain chances over the mountains. Friday, a slight chance. I think scattered rain's pretty likely on Saturday, 40% there, 20% on Sunday. That also comes with cooler temperatures during that time frame. In the high desert, 90 tomorrow with some 80s after that. We'll watch for a slight rain chance on Saturday. And finally, in the low desert, we've still got 100s tomorrow, but the 90s after that, around 90 on Saturday, with a slight chance for rain there also Friday through Sunday. Christine?